what's your goal?
Um, I feel like I don't know. I feel like with Ike, I definitely like neglected to like learn him, if that makes sense.
I get you. Yeah, no. I mean, having played you a few times, I'd say that you get by on being really good at reading people and
Choose your
having
fighter.
good
Fight.
patience. But you could be blowing people up more.
Yeah, I think that's also the reason why like I like meme about like me like always losing to the good matchups Ike has, but like I meme about it, but it's like actually just true. Like I
Yeah,
think I've lost to like I don't think I've ever beaten like a Jigglypuff, a Dr. Mario, a Lucario.
dude, Puff
Um,
is low key. Puff, you gotta be careful.
yeah, I blew up.
Yeah, I lost to H-Box, so I understand.
Ooh,
I almost beat Base Mage and then lost to H-Box 2-0 the next week because I just got like he cheeses. He's a really cheesy puff,
yeah.
and I did not know the tech. I think the main problem with that is like people who main low tiers and know that like Ike is a bad matchup for them. They put the time in, right? They're like, okay, how do I beat Ike? What's the counterplay? They figure it out. They know the matchup. Well, like, how often do we play Jigglypuff mains? Like,
Like
never.
never.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, Ike mains are super common. They know the matchup. Um, we don't know the Jigglypuff matchup. So, it's not that bad. Like, first off, you just have to grind with them. But I sent you an arena code, by the way.
Oh, on okay, I see it.
By the way, I'm recording all of this, and we'll be hitting you with the VOD right after that.
Oh, thank God. Yes.
Yeah. Um, I'm aware of how hard it is to like internalize things as you play, so I always have both of our voices in there.
Okay.
So yeah, the idea is that you go back and you review it. Like, I like to go watch VODs on like 0.75 speed. That helps me a lot, just
Okay.
so you can sort of internalize everything that's going on, because it's hard to watch two people at once.
Yeah. And like seeing everything that's like happening.
Definitely.
Ready?
Good coffee.
Oh, I just had a cup. So
Nice.
good.
I like was in a
Three,
weird spot where I was out
two,
of the grounds
one,
almost of one,
go!
so I like used half of it. So it's like a Frankenstein of two brands, and it's like really good actually.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I should try that.
Yeah, I don't know. It just tastes good. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. Sorry, I haven't touched the game today, so I just wanted to move around a bit. That's
All
fine.
right.
So you use falling up air a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that's really important. There's like a rock paper scissors to the Ike matchup, right? Falling up air beats nair most of the time
Yeah.
because it outranges it. So like people jumping in with nair, and you'll falling up air and catch them, start a combo, right?
Yeah.
Now, dash attack beats falling up air, because this doesn't cover that zone very well at all. So if you see someone just
Yeah.
spamming like this,
Okay.
yeah, you want to just dash
So, like,
attack them and catch their landing. Yeah.
okay.
And then, Nair beats dash attack most of the time, if you angle it right. So yeah, that's kind of the rock, paper, scissors of the Ike matchup. Um,
Okay.
and then obviously you mix in grabs when you like have conditioned them to shield.
Okay.
Alright, we can fight. Sorry.
All right. Let's go.
There you go. you beat my Nair.
Okay. And I beat up it.
Yep,
There
you
we go.
did. There you go. You got it. I like that swinging at a disadvantage. Raven King does that a lot. It's something I'm trying to
Yeah.
incorporate more.
I've
Uh,
been I only started doing it like after like Johnny like did it like every time.
yeah, it's you do outrange everyone, so if you drift far enough away, you're just gonna catch them trying to follow you up.
You wait out the spot dodge?
Yeah, didn't need to though. I could have just down tilted. Nice. I like the no fastball mix up there.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it really is.
I was definitely not expecting a nair there. I thought that was fast enough.
Yeah, Nair out of shield is. I mean, it should have been. Down tilt out of shield is frame 18. You were just a little slow.
Oh, okay.
Because dash tech is minus 17. So actually, no, it won't work.
Wow. Okay.
You're gonna have to eat there.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yep. Got me. That's very surprising on this stage where you can't really drift back. Though you actually can when you do that. The jumping version, you can drift all the way back. You wanna see it? Watch.
Oh.
Ah, I'm bad.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, just an interesting tidbit. Okay.
And meant to be a double jump. I meant.
You almost got me. I like to parry a lot in this matchup, by the way.
Yeah, it's so good.
It really is. Yeah, parry down tilt once you get your down tilt conversions unlocked. Do you do like down tilt back air?
Yeah.
Nice. I figured you did. It's kind of essential at this point, I think.
I just I haven't been doing the double jump though. I'll admit that.
It'll get you kills at 70. It's amazing. I think that Ike mates are slacking on that one. It's so good. Down tilt up air as well is something Ike mates need to do.
Oh,
Though sometimes you mess it up. There you go.
there we go.
Did you use the shoulder jump to do that?
No.
Shoulder jump makes it way more consistent. You got it. So.
I claw.
You claw? Okay, yeah, that should work then.
Yeah, I claw and just go back.
I fight for my friends.
Yeah, in that case, I mean, the biggest thing is you got to make sure you're getting full momentum in front of you.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, and shoulder bump jump helps with that, but if you can do it with claw, nothing wrong with that. Sorry, Daisy's giving advice. Chill, dog.
Thank you, Daisy.
She's actually just calling you trash. She's really rude.
Oh, I guess no buy her a treat with my points.
Yeah, sorry, no, I'm not. I won't use any of your money for that.
Yeah.
So one thing I really like that I remember that you do a lot, especially when you really want to win. Like I can tell the difference between when you're just fooling around and when you're like, I want to win. That's why I think Game 5 Mega is super frustrating because you just stop getting hit. You know? And like, I think you should try to do that all the time. I know it's not as fun, but
The
like,
thing is, I don't know how to do it. Like, I need like the intensity of being at like
yeah,
108% right now in order to be like, okay.
find like the flow state, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can do the H-box way and just like convince yourself you're literally going to die if you lose a stock. Have you ever heard him talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's true. Have you ever watched like his heart monitor?
Yeah.
He's unhealthy, but you know that works for him to start taking every single stock seriously. But I think the main thing is you just gotta remind yourself to focus. It's like, you know, anytime you're thinking about anything that is not your opponent, that's, you know, wasted brain power.
Okay.
And just catch yourself doing it. Don't get mad at yourself for it. Like, have you ever done mindfulness meditation?
Sometimes. I
You
don't
know,
as much as I need to, but like I did it recently.
you know how like it's always about like don't get mad at yourself for, you know, not getting it right. Like, you know, let your thoughts like pass through your mind, but like let them go. Like don't obsess over trying to get all the thoughts out of your head, even though you're trying to clear your mind. It's more about just like accepting that they're gonna happen.
Okay.
So it can be the same way when you're trying to play, like you know, trying to hit that meditative like flow state takes like the same kind of mindset, where don't get mad at yourself for getting distracted. Just like gently nudge yourself back to the game. You know,
Okay.
because if you waste time getting mad at yourself, first off, you're tilting yourself, and second off, that's not time thinking about your opponent. So, you know, don't tilt yourself. There's no reason to do it if it can be avoided, and it can be.
Well, I actually have a really bad problem with that when it comes to like panicking in games a lot of the times.
That's interesting because like I watch you play it, I don't see any panic in it, but
It's it's specific. It's like it doesn't happen unless it's like really stressful situations. Like for example, like let's make big moves. I had to turn because I had to fight like Zane like immediately. I got like my opponent round one. Like, he had no warm up, didn't have anything. And I was fighting Zane, and he went not Zane, the young team Joker guy. Forgot his name. But yeah, I was like fighting him, right? And then like I beat him round one, and I was like, and then he went to like Young Link, and I was like doing really well like against him. And then like I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna beat him. And then I started like, not being able to do anything, started panicking, and I lost.
yeah.
To like a 3-1 lead, and I lost game 3. And it was basically like my heart was thumping. I was like really panicking the entire time.
Yep, I can definitely relate. The biggest thing to keep in mind, and it's hard to make yourself think this way, but in terms of mindset, you want to be method oriented instead of results oriented. I don't know if you've heard those terms before.
I have not.
So results oriented is when you're sitting there in the game, you're like, oh my god, I could really do it, I could win. Again, all of that brain power is not thinking about the game. You're not thinking about your opponent, you're not thinking about their habits, you're thinking, what would happen if I win? You're building a whole scenario in your head, right? That's a lot of brain power. So it's hard to break that habit for sure, but recognizing when you're doing it is step one. You know, you can notice yourself going, I'm doing this. Don't fight it actively. Just nudge yourself away from it. If you try to fight it, you're wasting even more energy.
No sympathy from me.
If you try to go, I can't be thinking about this, I can't be thinking about this, like, you know, that's negative energy. You're going to tilt yourself. Instead, go, we'll deal with that when we come to it. Maybe I'll win, you know, accept that it's a possibility and let your reign move on. And the best way I find to center myself in those situations, to make sure I'm in the game, is to just keep my eyes glued to my opponent. Like, it's good to have like a central focus thing to like bring you back. So for you, yeah, don't hit me for a bit. You can either say, okay, I'm going to watch my opponent and nothing else. I'm going to move with my peripheral vision, because like it's automatic at this point, and I'm going to watch only my opponent and study what they do. Alright, so that can be one way to bring yourself back into it. Another way is to focus on your game plan. If you're playing against the Sonic, say, I'm not leaving this platform. I am going to platform camp, I'm going to jump between these two platforms and wait for him to make a mistake. Just having a central game plan that you can refocus your brain on will make it way easier than just some kind of nebulous, like, focus on the game advice that you give yourself, right? Because focus on the game, that's anything. The game's huge. There's so much. Simplify it. Say, I am going to focus on my game plan. Like, say, if, yeah, like I said, Sonic, platform camping. You know, what's your game plan against, like, I don't know, in the Ike Ditto, right? I just told you about that rock, paper, scissors. Focus on that. Focus on what am I doing? What can I hit? What are the habits? Because then, when your brain is busy focusing on those things, you're not going to be so focused on the result of the game. You're not going to be so focused on what would happen if I won.
Okay.
All right.
So sometimes even oh damn, like random lag spike. Sometimes even like characters like get me into like a panic state. Like every time I fight a Rob. Oof.
Yeah, for me it's me sword fighter. Every time I find a me sword fighter, I crumble, and I know they're not very good, and I know I can beat them, and I just like don't do any of my counterplay, and my mentality falls apart. That's okay. I mean, you just gotta recognize when it's happening and bring yourself back into it, and don't get mad at yourself. Again, getting mad at yourself is the worst thing you can do.
Okay.
It's completely counterintuitive, right? A lot of people motivate themselves with like fear and anger. They're like, I gotta practice because I don't want to be embarrassed or whatever. I don't find that to be very effective. I think it's better to focus on your improvement and focus on doing the right thing instead of getting the right results. So yeah, focusing on individual interactions and playing those well is going to net you results in the long run. It's like, you know, in Smash, like getting super hungry for a stock at 110, always a bad idea, right?
Always,
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Don't get hungry for the win, or you're going to start getting desperate and going for things you shouldn't go for. Just focus on the individual interactions, break it down to a granular level, and keep your eyes on your opponent.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I hope that's helpful. I know that's kind of an info dump. But that's my general mindset. Again, you have better results than me in a lot of ways, but this has been helping me a ton recently. It's trying to keep that in mind. Nice, really nice advantage to there.
Thank you. I'm trying my best to try to like get myself in like the last stock mindset.
Yep. I don't like the idea of making it desperate for yourself, though. More just focus. Just, you know, have something to hone in on. I held hard out there because I knew that you were about to fair my ass. Alright. Let's play the game.
Alright. I've also been like historically just like always losing game 1.
Yeah, I've noticed. Against me, it's the same way.
Yeah.
You study your opponent, which is good, but you know, have your game plan from the start.
Yeah, I think that's what I need the most is having that game plan from the start.
Yeah, well, in game 1, just counterplay the character. Oh, okay, that was nice.
Thank you.
In game 1, focus on counterplaying the character, and then learn it.
I submit to you.
Because they're doing the same thing. They're counterplaying your character. They don't know your habits most of the time.
Okay.
Do you have like game plans in mind, or do you just play?
I have game plans, but like they don't work.
What's your most defined like game plan?
It is matchup plan dependent, but like it's more like game I can matchup game plan. If I see them jumping, then I start going for like anti-airs.
Yeah.
More towards that. And if they start like introing me after that, then I play from there.
Then you bait it out, right? You nair on them and then hold shield or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And I meant matchup dependent. You want to have a matchup plan so that you have something to fall back on. And again, this will help with focusing because it'll give you something to refocus your mind to whenever you get distracted. Like a mantra basically, where it's like, okay, I can just focus on this and, you know, decomplicate things.
Okay.
Down throw back air is essential, by the way. So good. That puts you in such a bad spot. I've been messing around with wave bounce quick draw as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I use it defensively for the most part, to like dodge attacks, or to like cross up people's shields when they don't expect it. It's really cool.
One day I should show you just like the theory craft like terrible tech on ledge.
What do you mean?
Like where you wave bounce.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Oh, don't. You're dead.
Wow, that's how you don't do it. But, like,
Yeah, I don't. I only go for them on stage, or like sometimes when I'm drifting over here, especially online.
Yeah. It is literally like the only crazy tech I have, and it doesn't even like do anything.
Yeah. It's weird. Ike has like some pretty difficult combos, but they're all 2-piece. And you can also get by without them, so I think he gets a bad rap for being simple. He's a lot less simple than he used to be. But yeah, I mean, he's no Lucas or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like that's mostly because of like part of like.
That's because people lose to the simple shit and they get mad.
Oh, that's true. there's so many times when I'm like playing somebody. Hey, that's just like
It catches, yeah, it hits under.
There are so many times where I'm just playing somebody and I'm just like, all right, I hit them. I've been pressing there a lot. I'm gonna mix up by not doing this. I'm gonna do an option that would only get hit by nair.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, we've all watched RMA play, right? Like, you don't.
Yeah.
If you refine that gameplay really well, you'll get pretty far. I mean, RMA has better results than either one of us, and he plays a much simpler game.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. It definitely discourages me from like going for mix-ups like in general. But that's also like my fault not noticing that. Like,
I like that there. That was cool.
that's
Um, I get that discouraging you, but remember that the best two Ikes in the world are Raven King and Yez. Other than maybe Ryuga, but you know he doesn't count right now. And they play a very complex Ike. Or it's like Yez keeps it simple, but he does do tech, and he plays really, really good neutral. He's not a gimmick. Like Armade is good, but he's very gimmicky. Yez does not do the gimmicks. Not, or he does, but he doesn't rely on them. He just plays really, really good neutral. Same with Raven King. Raven King is like a habit master. He's really good at reading people. And they both do significantly better than RMA. So, no shade to RMA. He just has a very simple game, play style.
I get it.
I think there's a lot to learn from him, though. Like, just really good spacing. And he's actually really good at mixing up. Like, he chooses only 2 options, but he always seems to know which one's going to work.
Yeah, did you ever ask him for when he was telling people to just ask him for his explanation why he does his play?
Yeah, I did ask him. I can share it with you if you want.
No, I asked him.
Oh, gotcha. He basically just, I don't know. It wasn't very enlightening.
It's more like that's just like, from what I gathered, that's just like his watching, like doing theirs. Like,
yeah.
Like, his job isn't to like hit you with a nail.
Yeah, his job is to watch your movements and find an opening, which he does.
Yeah, they're just to keep them like at bay, you know.
Yeah, he says he doesn't even consciously nair, right? That's just what he does every time. That's how he lands. And then he just focuses on what his opponent's doing, which is very smart. I mean, like I said, keep your focus and have something to focus on, and you'll get really far. Don't overcomplicate things that don't need to be overcomplicated.
Yeah, there are a lot of times where it seems like I think scrolling or doing like a stupid play.
Yeah, you're very tilting to play against sometimes, which is great. That's a really good attribute to have. But sometimes it feels like you're messing with me. Even though I don't think you are. I think you're trying to win.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I promise you, like, literally just like me playing.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I've seen you play enough to know at this point. But yeah, like sometimes you'll just do the same option 4 times in a row knowing I can't punish it, and it's like you're taunting me, and it makes me want to hit you so bad. And that's good. It's a mental thing.
Sometimes, okay, there are times where like in bracket I do that to like show people. Like I think there was like one time I consciously remember like someone was like recovering from ledge, and I just like full hop back here 4 times in a row, like nowhere, like not nowhere close to them. And then like on the 5th time I got hit for it, and then I just like did it again when I landed.
And then you dash attack them, right?
Yeah. That's just like just funny. Thank you, Tomahawk.
I'm all about parrying. Parry grab and parry down tilt are just hard carries for me when I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yo, fair. Like, I don't know why, but like parrying actually feels like control.
Yeah, true. Well, we also just know his timings by heart at this point. But I don't know. I parry everyone except for Ness, through that character. But like pretty much any parry you get will get you a down tilt. Like I do it to ZSS, even though technically I shouldn't be able to. They never perfectly space.
Yeah.
And then like I feel like it's not necessarily bad that they don't, It's just like they want to get their nair out a little bit faster.
Yeah. Also, like, like the thing about ZSS is like if they perfectly space, it's like harder for their combos to connect, kind of.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah, so they don't like, even though spacing's safe, like they don't want to.
Yeah, I think definitely. Almost no one space is perfectly safe. Which means that I try to go for a parry down tilt, and then I only stop if it stops working. But like characters like Fox, and just like any character that's used to mashing on your shield, I'll just start parry. And then they'll just start panicking, which is great. Unfortunately, online it doesn't work so well. Or at least not consistently. That's my biggest gripe, is that I can't parry at the same timing every time and have it always work. Because everyone has different connection.
Okay. Yeah, but that is also true.
Yeah.
Did you hear that thing that apparently like the delay like switches mid-match?
Really?
Yeah. Which is kind of just wild to think about.
It is wild. I hadn't eaten in a while. It is sometimes. Yeah, I try not to rely on it.
It's so like, it's such a Wi-Fi option.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't work offline though. That's what I like.
Yeah, it works to call out mashers, but that's about it. Oh, and jumps. I can call it jumps.
Yeah.
Nice. Good landing. Ooh, you almost got me.
I like never doing that. Like I either do it too late or too early.
It's usually best just to let it rip. Don't wait. Because if you let it rip, you'll catch neutral air dodge, and it'll also bail you out faster if you whip. It'll miss if they tech in place though, like if they do the late air dodge. Hold on, I gotta focus. I'm playing against last stock Mega. Actually, no, you have two. What the hell?
That means you don't have to focus. You're in a winning position, which is kind of sad. But like there's like, bro, sometimes I just have like really off days and then like start playing like last stock like, and then like just win games I definitely shouldn't be. Like I remember I was like fighting Chippy, and like he was like complaining about like Icon Shiro while fighting me, and it was, he went from Joker to like Rob, and was like destroying me through stock like one game, and I went to like last game, took two of my stocks really quickly, and then like I got like two really like nasty combos on him, and then just like outplayed him last stock.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was so tilted. Like I would also be tilted in that situation.
I've experienced it for sure. That was a good shortened side B, by the way.
Yeah.
Not fully charging it can bail you out, and that's like literally the only mix-up you have there. So it's nice to see.
It's pretty nice.
I kind of had to go for it. I needed that stock.
Yeah, but if you got it, like it was just like, like it was like your chance.
Yeah.
3, 2,
And like eruption is like basically like a coin flip sometimes.
Definitely. Especially online, it's not really reactable.
Yeah. I don't think it's like, is it possible to react online?
It depends on the recovery.
Oh, okay.
Like offline, I react to Palu teleport. It's a reactable move. But I can't do that online. Like it's literally impossible. I've tried so hard. You're getting up aired, sir.
It's okay. As long as I don't die.
Yeah, right? That's how I always feel about Ike. As long as I'm not dead, I'm not losing.
Oh, you didn't jump.
Do most people?
No. Like sometimes I like, even though like, let's go. Even though like a lot of people don't like go for a certain option, sometimes I like get like I see what a person does, and like I know they're going to do it, but I still fall for it. Like if I know they're going to like air dodge instead of jump, I still like sometimes go for the jump route, even though like I've like got the download.
Conditioning?
No, not even the conditioning. Like I see a habit, and I don't like. I see a habit, and I just like.
Gotcha. Are you saying that's a flaw in your game plan, or is it part of something else?
No, it's definitely like a flaw. Like it would be like I go for 7, but like I still like go for the air dodge read for no reason.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I think that's also just from like me not focusing or like questioning the situation early. I'd be better at focusing in this game.
Yeah, it doesn't help that we're talking. We can do a quiet game if you want.
Oh no, not like this game in general, but I mean more like.
Yeah. Again, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about having something to focus on. Just nebulous like focusing. That's too general, too broad. Have something to bring you back into it.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is trying to understand what your opponent's going for.
Okay.
Like a Sonic main wants to spin dash you, so focus on not getting spin dashed. You know, that kind of thing. That's what I'm saying. Nice catch. I'm gonna blame Yoshi's for that one.
Okay. Honestly, I felt like Yoshi's.
It's because the angle points down. You can like down tilt people.
One issue I just do have is like a lot of times I just like let people mash on me, and I don't really like understand how to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just disadvantage mix. Like you gotta be more aware of what your options are and counterplay them.
Okay.
But are you talking about like? I mean, I don't know. It's Ike. Like your out of shield isn't good, so sometimes you have to let people mash and then just punish them later. Especially characters like Fox or even like Demon Watch or something, right? Like they can just mash. It's part of the game. I just got played while trying to explain something.
Sorry. Sorry, I just saw like.
You saw the opportunity? Yeah, I love that play. That play's so sick. I killed a Bowser at 60 with it once.
Oh my god, I didn't think Bowser would die at 60.
Yeah, it might have been 90, I don't know. It's never 60. But I killed a Fox at 35 with it. That was pretty sick.
Let's go, Fox. Oh, you were saying, sorry.
I don't know, it's just like easy to fall into a pattern. And I don't think you have like one bad habit, but I do think you tend to fall into patterns sometimes, right? Like it's not even that it's so hard with like higher level players like you because I can't just say you air dodge too much. Because like a lot of low level players, they're just like every time they get hit, they roll or air dodge or whatever. But for you, and for a lot of higher level players, you'll fall into a pattern for that particular day, right? Or that particular game, where you just like get obsessed with air dodging and disadvantage. And it's not something you always do, but just you got to be aware of when you can feel that happening to you and consciously mix up. The more consciously you can do things, the better.
Okay.
Try to grab it.
Oh.
So many Ikes just double jump quick draw, and you can just catch them with fair.
Yeah, they just like burn all their options. It's like, I let me quick draw. Oh, that's short.
It was a smart fair. I like these mix-ups to get off ledge. This is good.
Thank you. I've been like Smash 4, like it was like literally the only thing to do.
I'm not like afraid to go for them, but like I'm wary of them because using a double jump like that is scary.
Yeah, I definitely like. I think there's like one of my first dream sets where like had to like instantly get spiked at like 20. Everyone like just going for that. It was very, very sad. Let's go.
Almost. Sometimes I just miss tech on purpose when I know Ike's going for that. Nice, good read.
One really bad thing about me is like I'm just really like pessimistic about what I could do. Like of course like on Twitter and like I say all that shit. But like in terms of like in game, I definitely feel like I can't do anything to like everything. Like all the time.
Yeah, part of playing a character like this is accepting that you can't punish everything. That's what I was kind of saying about when you talked about getting mashed on. Sometimes you gotta accept it. The trade-off is we get to kill people super early and we have a super broken advantage state like that.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, like that. So, you know, it's a trade-off, and you gotta accept the good with the bad and not try to force things. For characters who mash on you, I just use ether to try to keep them honest when I can. Just, yeah, like, you know, the armor is frame 5, right? Super early. So I just use them to, like I did this even before the patch, because it's 22%. Just, you want to ether out a shield when you feel like they're getting a little too mashy, and then other than that, you gotta kind of let them do it. Like, your goal shouldn't always be how can I punish this. Sometimes your goal should be how do I get out of here. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
Because you know you can't always punish it, but you usually have a way out to reset the neutral. And then once you play neutral, that's when you can use your range to your advantage and work your way in slowly. I am getting juggled. My favorite video game.
I also need like need to work on
those nuts.
Thank you. I also need to work on like just not panicking against like those mashing situations. Like it's hard for
Yeah, again, it's just acceptance. You gotta accept that you're gonna get hit, accept that it's not the end of the world. You're Ike, you're heavy, you can kill super early. You know, like I said, like you were saying, if you don't lose your stock, it's fine. Like, once I accepted that I was gonna take 40 every time a Falcon grabbed me, I got way better at that matchup. Because I just stopped getting tilted when it happened. And started actually thinking about my DI.
okay.
Because obviously if you DI wrong, you die. So, you know, taking 40 is a victory. If you didn't die.
Yeah, I feel like you don't see that side of me that gets like frustrated on the more mashy characters because like, you know, you do like those.
Yeah, true. I could play Joker, but it's, I don't know, my secondaries are kind of crusty right now.
Okay. No, I would rather the like, practice.
Yeah, for sure. We did it one of my best matches, so.
Yeah.
That was not a good ether though.
Jump. I feel like I do like a read like that. But like, is that like I knew you weren't going to jump.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it would have killed me because I wouldn't have had a double jump, but I'm not sure like why that's your go-to when you can just ledge trap me, really.
Yeah, I'm not like. I guess it's just a habit. I guess it's just a habit. Or just like really like picture. I think it's more just me really picturing an option in my head and how cool it would be if I.
Yeah, you can't play for Twitter. Or if not Twitter, just, you know, your own highlight reel or whatever. Can't play the game for Yeet Smash unless you're like way outplaying your opponent.
Oh my god.
It's worth going for every now and then. You gotta keep your opponent honest. Ooh, nice. 1 second.
Okay.
You get no sympathy from me.
Sorry, just 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for that.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, for players like you, like I feel like focusing on mentality is definitely the play because you already have most of the fundamentals down. I mean, you have really good neutral. You're very patient. You have a really strong advantage state. You're dead. I just I feel like it's a mindset thing that's keeping you from pushing a little bit further. I mean, that was a really strong back air, by the way. Good knowledge of what I was gonna do. Because I feel like I don't see you at your best all the time. Like sometimes I feel like I can just mash on you, like actually, and then sometimes I'm like, how do I hit this guy? And how do we marry those two sides of you together? Is the question.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like the opposite way too. Like I feel like, damn, you could just mash on me, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Just gotta find that focus. Cause like you play so confidently, when you're on your game, when you have a read on your opponent, I would say.
Okay. Maybe I just need to get that read.
Yeah, but the reason there's such a huge disparity is what I was talking about. You don't always have a game plan, it seems like. Your game plan is read your opponent, but you're always going to lose game one if that's it. You need to have a general game plan. You know, this is what I do against Olimars, right? This is what I do against Sonic, so that you have something to fall back on when you're unsure. And that'll make you feel way more confident, because you know what to do. Not having a plan and trying to figure things out is gonna hurt your confidence every time. But like you got to bring the baseline up. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And to do that, I think matchup prep is gonna help you a lot. So what I do is, if I'm about to play someone, I usually will just look up a VOD of like Yez or Raven King playing them.
Okay.
If not them, then the matchup. And I'll be like, okay, how did they play neutral here? And then you can sort of get a head start on some interactions. And it not only helps you with the matchup, it also helps you feel confident, which is going to be huge for you, I think. Like, I lost to a Kirby this week, named Gilhue, who was like pretty good, but not like a top Kirby or anything. I just didn't know the matchup really. And then I watched Yez versus Jeha or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I beat him when I played him. Because I was just prepared. I was ready. Preparation makes for confidence, and confident play is scary. Confident Mega is terrifying.
Okay. Okay, that makes total sense.
Yeah, and even if you don't have time to like look up a matchup, one thing I do to sort of give myself that little bit of knowledge is just go to Ultimate Frame Data, look up, you know, how fast are their approach options, how safe can they hit my shield, can they mash on me, and what frame is their out of shield option. Just the basics, so that I can know what's going to be safe and what's not. It won't teach me their tricks, but it will teach me, like, you know, what I can and can't do in neutral. Yeah, I saw the mix coming. You've been doing that a lot. Anytime I see you slow drifting, you almost always land with a hitbox, because you're just trying to get me to commit to something. I should have down smashed your ass. You're gonna hold shield like that.
I didn't think you would expect it.
You can, by the way, if you didn't know, down tilt is minus 13. So you can't, yeah, you can't ether it, but if I do 2 in a row, you can ether in between them. Or if I do anything other than just like shield or spot dodge, you can ether me. So it like usually works, because most people don't down tilt and then immediately shield. See?
Well, yeah.
It'll catch, yeah, your jump will come out on frame 15 after a down tilt, so ether will catch jump squad. So people can't down tilt and jump away, they can't down tilt and dash away. They literally have to spot dodge or shield in order for ether to not hit them. So I usually just ether it anyway. You like that up smash read.
I only like it right now, because like I was just like,
Yeah.
I noticed jump.
It's really good.
Now I'm getting grabbed.
The is up smash. The cool thing about it is that it low profiles grabs, and it feels like total bullshit every time it happens. I like the dash back F tilt, but yeah, Ike, one of the few characters that can hard punish it.
Okay.
Ike can punish F tilt on shield, which is rare. Because Ether...
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ether's
like,
slow, but it has so much range, you know? Oh, that shield poked me.
okay. See, like, usually when like happens, like, I lose. Like when I lose to people, it's usually because like I lose game 1, I win game 2 or 3 or whatever, and then this starts happening where like you like right now like notice like me noticing you're changing it up, you're doing like what you can to stop me
Mm-hmm.
and stop like the reason I've already made. And if this happens to me during bracket like game 5 or whatever, like I wouldn't know what to do.
Again, focus on your game plan. Bring your mind back. Focus, because like I'm noticing some bad habits come out. Is the main thing. You're starting to air dodge in between most of my hits.
Yeah, this is one.
Oh
I'm
god,
starting
you're
to
gonna
get.
win. You're starting to air dodge between most of my hits. You're not parrying. You're just kind of losing sight of your plan.
And this is what causes me usually to like a bit
I must
like
move
this
forward.
situation.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, a lot of times like that's how like sometimes like the best of 5 sets that we have like it's like when I notice you start doing this, like that's when I just like completely lose, like immediately.
Trying to think of like what the big difference is, and it's mostly just mix-ups. Like I feel like again, your disadvantage is the first thing to go when you get nervous, because that's when you panic. Like, you know, you're not gonna start dropping combos because you know combos are where you feel confident. You know, you got that opening, you won. That's a surge of confidence, right?
Yeah.
But when you get hit while you're feeling nervous, it's just gonna make it worse. So you're gonna start doing bad habits. Like right there, I just did 60 to you because you air dodged in the middle of a combo.
Yeah. Like I don't know, like right now I'm feeling like the nerves and I have no idea.
Yeah, and like your advantage is still very good. It's just pay attention to your disadvantage. That again, that's the first thing I notice like going for you when the nerves come out. That was a really good grab. See, like your advantage and your neutral are always good. I've never seen your neutral like fall apart really. You're always threatening. It's all about your disadvantage habits. Nice. See? Again, your advantage, really good. Nice. Caught my air dodge. Mash on. Did go for something big there. But you know what? You didn't stand to like lose stock really, so it's not the worst.
Why did I air dodge towards it?
I don't know. You notice me jumping out to try to catch your double jumps a lot more, so you're punishing
Yeah. I parried it, I swear.
Yeah, that was again. You keep holding shield, so eventually I'm just gonna F smash your ass.
Yeah, that is like a main habit of mine that like kind of like transitions to like all my games. Cause, like I do have a strong shield habit. Oh my god, we went for the same option.
Synchronized short hop backer. Almost.
No, you jump. Just kidding.
I wasn't sure if you hit the ground or not. It was close.
Why did okay? There I shouldn't have even like touched shield. Like you just miss air and like crash all it, and I just like shield it immediately because I'm a scared boy.
Did you notice me get a kill there because of down tilt up air, even though I didn't down tilt up air?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were afraid of it. You were actually past the percent, but you air dodged immediately, and I was like, all right, well, I don't think I can get this, so I'm just gonna wait. And I have to. So yeah, just knowing how to do those options is huge. People underestimate it. They're like, oh yeah, but you know, I'll just forward air and then ledge cat. I'm like, okay, but you could have killed them. Like, why would you ever not just kill them if you have the option to? It's like when Luigi means don't do the 0 to death. I'm like, why? What are you doing? That was the stock. Like, take the stock. It's free.
Yeah. What else are you doing? I used to, like, sorry to always be talking about Smash 4 much, but that used to be like the kind of thing I would always do in Smash 4, because like up like up air and up throw fair are like pretty like consistent like kill combos. But like if you like would hit them if you would hit them outside the kill percent, or like you could easily like what is it called? If you were to hit them when they wouldn't die, you would just knock them out of the kill percent and then you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, that's like Ike's right.
I must
In
move
old
forward.
2, like old Ike, when it was all about Nair.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like completely solved now. Like we don't find early stocks as easily, but we have just so many more options to take stocks later. Like I just kill with Nair like pretty regularly now.
Yeah, Nair kills is like they just happen now.
Yeah, I go for it intentionally because it's our fastest aerial that hits above us. So like if I can get up there, I'll use it instead of up air sometimes and just kill people. It also hits all around us, so and is -5. Yeah, it's like I saw you a while ago. You like played Sohan in a 1st to 10, I think.
Yeah, and I got bodied.
He like refuses to counter, right?
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I like refused to counter, because he told me that in the matchup. Well, like in Smash 4, he told me like in the matchup, it's kind of like, why would you counter them?
But it's optimal now. I don't know about Smash 4, but it's super optimal now.
It was even more optimal in Smash 4. It was just so free, and like it was just like disrespectful.
It's not free now though. Like there's so much mix, and I don't know. I find that dumb. I think countering in this game is fine. I mean, we both have it. It just makes it for a super swingy like chess match, which is really fun. And also like I go for counters when I can get them. I haven't gotten like a single one on you because you're mixing well. So I don't really get that. Like that just seems silly to me. Win the game, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Guess I'm a
It's like
purist.
in this game, it shouldn't like I shouldn't have that rule, but like it's just old Smash.
Gotcha. Well, I haven't been able to force you low really at all, so I haven't used it too much. But it's because you're good at recovering. Like I feel like bad Ikes get countered constantly, and then get mad about it. Not that Sohan's in any way a bad Ike, obviously, but I feel like you know there's just like pressure not to do it because bad Ikes get hit by it.
Yeah.
Me and Raim King stay countering each other in the Ditto, and it's fun as hell. I thought you were gonna dash down tilt.
You know what?
By the way, down tilt on ledge, it's just a free kill at 60. It's completely worth it.
Okay.
It is reactable though if you're like standing back at ledge trap range and you want to dash down tilt. People can react and punish you for it. Wow, did you see that track?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's like a slip cancel thing. I almost made a video on that, but then found it kind of boring. But yeah, you can like slip cancel off of platforms either with text or without text, and it completely gets you out of tumble, and you can act immediately. So it's like a pretty good mix-up when you think you're at the tech.
Well, probably not.
Yep. Like I said, most people who down tilt shields get hit by ether. You have to, like, only when I'm being intentionally baited by someone does it not work. Nice. Yeah, you just caught me with the 50-50 there, huh?
Yeah. It was either you air dodge or jump last time.
I submit to no one.
So I was just like, I can try it again.
Yeah, Yoshi's is pretty troll, to be honest. I love it. There's so much bullshit on this stage. Like, I don't go here all that often intentionally because other characters have just as much bullshit. But
I don't like the side tombstones because like early ultimate really just fair chained me off the side. And I was just like, alright, I hate this stage.
I used to struggle hard with the Ridley matchup. Weirdly enough. Mainly because I was too jumpy, and they're very good at anti-airing.
Oh, yeah, like that whole matchup is just like anti-air Ike.
Yeah.
Let me just nair out his shield Ike.
Ike does fine though once you start spacing as well.
Yeah, I don't get like other Ikes that like use Aether to recover. Like I feel like it's never like necessary, especially in like the Ditto.
Yeah, I feel like Yez goes for it more than he should, to be honest, but
I just feel like no reason to like really do it.
yeah, I mean, I almost never do. It can be like a mix-up sometimes if you're getting your quick draw called out too much, but it's just so reactable that it's not even a good mix-up. How did you not grab me that first time? I thought I was grabbed, so I didn't even react.
Oh, no. Oh my god, I actually got mixed. I was a little bit closer.
I was trying. Should have been true. Just trying to air dodge through.
Go. Oh my god.
In that case, going low and ethering would actually been a better play. Caught me mashing.
Nah, I never mashed.
No, you caught me mashing.
Nah, I never beat mash. Oh my god.
The sword didn't go above the stage. It wasn't gonna work anyway.
Oh, I missed when Aether used to go through the stage. Oh, I super died.
Yeah, there you had 0 options, so I just waited and countered. I tried to cheese you.
I respect it. That's how I got all my early ult wins. Oh, I didn't fast ball! Don't do anything. You did something.
Oops, not that time. It's okay. I did the counter, but I did it so that I could air dodge. That's one thing I like newer students or people who don't know the game as well. I try to drill into their heads like, if you're gonna edge guard, do it safely. Like, don't go for dumb stuff where you either hit it or you die. Go for stuff where you hit it or you take 10 maybe. Like, it's all risk reward. So many people don't understand the concept of risk reward and they just mash.
Yeah, there's like there are like some people that like try to like do ask me for like I help. And sometimes I see them like go for like up smash at like 100% while the opponent's at like 2. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? You're gonna instantly die.
Yeah, buffing Ether was the worst thing for Elite Smash Ikes. They all got so easy to beat when that happened.
I feel so bad. There's so many times I play Ikes now and they just like Aether's like their main tool.
Yeah, me
It
too.
feels ugly.
But it's bad is the thing. Like it's it's not actually good. So when I hear like an opponent complaining Ether's too good, I'm like, you're a masher. You're absolutely a masher if you're getting hit by Ether. Oh, got greedy. I wasn't sure if that would work or not.
Fuck. You caught me talking.
Yeah. Initial dash is such a commitment in this game.
Yeah, it's like the biggest. It's like the biggest.
It's like 15 frames. It's a lot. I do want to see more down tilt full hop there from you. You'll be getting stuck so much earlier.
I'm just afraid to down.
A lot of times what I'll do is like I'll wait until I think they're gonna grab me because down tilt's the same frame as most standing grabs and faster than pretty much every dash grab. So if you think they're going to approach you with a grab, instead of like shielding or trying to spot dodge it, just throw out a down tilt instead.
Okay.
Also, tomahawk down tilt's really good.
Okay. I need to do that. I just don't use down tilts. It's just, like I would do down tilt there. I'm just so bad at hitting down tilts.
I mean, one place to start is ledge hang. Like, people who hang too long, it's free. Free damage. Or free kills. Actually, like, on light characters, you'll kill them with 50. Nice. Good parry. As a parry punish is my main use of down tilt, though. But there's many ways to use it.
It works for me. It works from a space of like not being comfortable with down tilt, or like not being more confident with it. Because there's so many times I try it and then like the opponent just like, goes their like short hop aerial, and it's like damn.
It wasn't a very good tool before, was it?
It was basically like how it is in this game. It was the same thing.
Could you do like down tilt up air and stuff? Down tilt back air?
You can do like down tilt back air, like not at coefficient.
Gotcha.
And you could do like down tilt up air if they DI hard in. But like that was more like up air being bad than like down tilt being bad.
So it was like launch Ike down tilt.
Yeah. Like that ledge down tilt fair was just like a like it was just harder to hit because shield was better.
Down tilt fair is so good in this game. On ledge, it'll kill at like 120 because they start lower, so they don't get sent nearly as high.
I am being washed.
Wow, that's far.
I think that's just because of IGF tilt, not because of Aether.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
There's a picture of
You got scared. Yeah.
There's a picture of me in Smash 4 being pivot grabbed across the entire stage against the Bowser because I did jab 2 with like.
Yeah, I've seen footage of that pivot grab.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like the worst, like I have the worst.
Air dodged. Oh well. That was really good pressure, by the way. Just like following me and waiting. You're very good at just waiting. So many people don't ever wait. They just swing. You're getting juggled. Do something. Hit a button. Stop. Don't get in your head. Hit a button. There's nothing wrong with hitting a button.
I hit a button.
You hit the wrong button.
No.
So that's another way to hunt for down tilts, is landing Nair spot dodge. Because, you know, Nair's safe on shield.
Okay.
So if you're landing Nair and you think they're going to try to shield grab you, if you spot dodge, that's a free down tilt. Like that. See? Most of the time. Some characters have stupid frame data and can contest it, but...
Die.
Oh, yeah, well done. I'll super die.
Oh, I thought you were landing the platform.
I love the sour spot dare mix up in percents, by the way.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Something I got from watching Yez.
No!
Yeah, It low profiles on frame 1. Have you ever looked at that bird box? That's why it's
Wait,
so good.
frame 1?
Yeah, on frame 1. That's what makes it so good. You just gotta turn around. Make sure you turn around when you do it. Let me show you. Here, I'll send you something on Discord in a second.
Okay. There are like
Okay,
times
on
where,
frame 3.
okay.
Wait,
There are
let's
like
see.
times I
1,
get a
2,
parry
3,
and do
4,
it.
5. Okay, well, not on frame 1. It low profiles, like it starts low profiling on frame 1, but it doesn't get all the way down to like frame 5.
Okay.
But this is how low it gets. Like you will dodge grabs with it. Sorry, I'm trying to get the correct screenshot. Like, you see where Ike's foot is here on Discord? That's
Uh,
that's where he was standing. So
what?
people will try to grab you and just whiff.
Wait. How? Like, there's no way. Wait, what the fuck? Uh, I was about to call this move like I think like a month or two ago. I was in my head thinking like this is like Ike's worst smash attack, but like
Yeah, me too.
holy shit, bro!
Look,
Like this
this
is
is
so
this is
sick.
his original standing position. He doesn't move that foot. He leans that far.
Oh my god.
It's basically like that because it low profiles things. It beats people swinging at you. It beats people grabbing. It beats people jumping. It beats spot dodge. It beats roll in. It's like I underrated the shit out of this move because it doesn't kill when I want it to.
Yeah. Jump. You know I get the read.
But why go for ether? Why not go for anything else as a read? Like forward air or something. Something you can't get punished for. Because, like, if you hit it, you get 20, sure, but is that worth it?
I
Worth
get
the
20.
risk?
I get 20 damage.
That's true. I guess, yeah, but you can do that with forward air, too.
Forward is probably better. I've been going for like specifically like the back the down throw backer if they're just like to catch that, but like forward is definitely better.
Oh, by the way, something else cool about up smash. You know how you see how it swings and hits from the top?
Yeah.
If someone's standing here and their shield is even slightly low, it'll shield poke and kill them.
Okay.
It's insane. Alright,
Huh.
let's fight.
Oh, we both did. You know that used to be my thing.
Really? Now it's Dark's thing, I guess. Oh, F tilt on neutral get it. Yeah, I do that a lot too. I just have kind of fallen out of it off online because it's like 2-frame window, and no timing is consistent that well.
Yeah. And like online, it doesn't like align up with normal.
Yeah. Well, you can react, but it's really tight.
And what I don't like is like, of course, like delay is different every match, so like you don't
Exactly,
know.
yeah. That's why I don't go for it. I don't really go for anything that has a super tight timing. Except for, like, rhythm timings. Like, I can get down tilt up air because it's always the same rhythm no matter how much delay, right? Like, I'm not reacting to visual stimulus. I'm just timing out the inputs. So there's no... It's not really affected. Same with down tilt back air. Like, people ask, how do you get that in delay? I'm like, it's exactly the same motion as offline. I just do it a little bit later. Like, I start the whole thing a little bit later, but the rhythm is exactly the same.
Okay. I remember like the one time I fought Guts in our first attempt. Like Guts like mashes fucking paper from ledge, and like I really like hate when people do that. So I try to like hard punish him like kill percent with F tilt.
You can just dash attack it.
Oh wait, what?
You can just dash attack on ledge.
Like like coming up with like doing neutral get up and then.
Yeah, do it. Sorry, I'm not great. I haven't practiced it much, but do it. I'm bad. I played an Ike on Elite Smash. It was like an actual good. Yeah, there we go. I played an Ike on Elite Smash who knew how to do that every time, and it was a nightmare. I just couldn't do that option. It sucked. It's definitely worth learning.
Okay. Maybe now I'll just beat guts because that's
Do
all
it.
you. Cause like this is like only ledge option, and I really hate it because like I was just the entire time I was just trying to like F-tilt it, and then like I was like die because I mistimed a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Learning counterplay for that can be very good. A lot of people don't deal with it, but pretty much anyone can. You can also sometimes just like jump into it and counter, but that's inconsistent. Usually they'll just like snap past you. I'm cheesing you with online every time I do a neutral get up and I don't get F tilted. It's okay, I was too high percent to take advantage.
No wait, okay. Guts' option wasn't fucking neutral get up B. It was neutral get up shield, and then up B. Which I should have just been grabbing.
Yeah, just grab it. Yeah, even if he does neutral get up B, that's you have 16 frames to grab him there.
Oh my god, I F tilted again. I think it's not. That's what happened.
Yeah, I punish neutral get up with grab most of the time now, mainly because it covers way more options. It's still like a super tight timing, but that's only if they choose to spot dodge, right? Or roll. If they choose to hit a button, you get a really big window.
There is a chance where like right there I went for the grab and you got there. You could have got up B and killed me.
Oh yeah, true.
That just means like not timing.
Nice. You see? Isn't that nuts? That would have hit standing out 100%.
Oh, that was an option in Smash 4 too. It was just like to get the turnaround, it was a lot harder than that game to get the jump cancel.
It'll low profile basically every aerial in the game, because the low profile comes out on like frame 5 and jump squat's 3 frames. So unless you have a frame 1 aerial, like good luck.
Okay.
It'll beat a lot of standing moves too. Like Sephiroth F tilt, you can just duck under it sometimes. It's great.
Oh my god.
I still think Sephiroth isn't very good. I just see all the flaws in Ike in him, and like a lot fewer the benefits. I don't know.
Bro, people think Ike is like broken just from like his mix-ups.
Ike is good, but like he has a lot more cool mix-ups than Sephiroth. Sephiroth just runs away and tries to hit you with side B. The most reactable move ever offline. Like,
Yeah. Side B is like, I don't know. Like I feel like everyone just like touches up too much.
it's super cool. I just think it isn't as good as just a move that would hit you usually.
Yeah.
It creates pressure, and I think that's pretty sick. I like the design. I just don't think it's enough to carry the character.
Okay. Yeah, it's like side B isn't a thing that like I'm interested in like when I want to play stuff off, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm interested in like mixing people up. I'm interested in like playing like the spacing game. Like I'm not interested in getting a side B set up and like hoping to get like a kill combo off of it.
Yeah, I get that. I just think Ike gets more out of space than Sephiroth. His sword's not as big, but it's like, I don't know, Sephiroth doesn't have true combos. Like, he has what, Nair fair, and that's it. And then once you do that once at 0, you can't get anything unless you get like a very specific hit of Nair, which is incredibly hard to land. While Ike can just Nair you with any part of the sword at any point and just beat you up for it. I just don't see it. One Wing Angel's pretty good, but like he goes from like a low tier to a high tier.
Yeah, with one wing angel, right?
Yeah, maybe even a top tier, but he doesn't have one wing angel all the time. So, and it's not as good as Arsene, not even close.
Yeah, nah. Nowhere close to Arsene. Arsene's broken.
I don't know though. Everyone thinks I'm wrong, so maybe I'm crazy. Larry Lurr thinks he's like a super toxic top tier.
Yeah, Tweak too.
Yeah. I watched Tweak's video and I didn't really get his arguments. Like, he just was like, these are all of Sephiroth's weaknesses. He's top tier though. I'm like, all right. You got shield poked.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's our hour. A little bit over because I was having fun.
Alright.
So, okay. Let's do a little recap here. So yeah, there's not much I can tell you about Ike. Obviously, like you know the character almost better than me, I'd say. But I do think you have some Smash 4 carryovers that you got to drop.
It's so hard to drop.
Yeah, I know. I
But
think I think you use ether and like every time you go for that ether jump read, I'm like, what are you doing? Like my brain goes, why did you do that? And I know you're trying to like steal a jump and take a stock super early, but I just think you could be using a less committal option there.
okay.
We went over a few ways to find down tilts, which I think are going to be huge. I think down tilt is a much bigger part of Ike's game plan than people are realizing so far because Nair works online. And I think parry down tilt is just going to be huge online. It's going to be so good. Because it beats any option that's -4 or worse. So
Okay.
really good. I think that your advantage state is really good, but yeah, I think your only real struggle right now is mindset and not having a solid game plan for a lot of your matchups.
Okay.
Yeah, so to recap like the main mentality points I made earlier, don't get mad at yourself for getting distracted. Everyone gets distracted, everyone's mind wanders. It's more important to guide yourself back to the game than it is to punish yourself for screwing up. Don't punish yourself. Just recenter and focus. Like that's like I know I keep talking about Yez, but uh the number one thing he says when he screws up, he'll go, "That was bullshit. That sucked." Then he'll go, "It's okay though. It's okay though." And like I really like that he does that. I think that's
Okay.
super important. Tell yourself it's okay that that happened. I'm not happy about it, but it's okay. And then bring your mind back to your game plan. And again, it's a lot easier to reel in your mind if you have something to reel it into. So some sort of central game plan, some sort of mantra, some sort of habit your opponent has that you've been looking for. Just have something to recenter and just say over and over again in your mind and bring you back from that tilt.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, don't get mad at yourself. That's the biggest. I mean, obviously, don't do thing is a little simplistic, but yeah.
Okay.
Hope that was helpful.
Yeah, that's helpful. It's helpful. I just needed to be told that.
Okay, good. Well, if you have any other questions or anything, um, I'm here. Obviously, my DMs are open, and I enjoy playing you, so we can get friendlies anytime, really.
Okay.
I do have a coaching review section. You know all this,
Yeah.
but
So I joined
yeah, I don't need to give
or
you
I
the
found out.
don't need to give you the spiel. But yeah, thanks, Mega, and
All right.
good luck. And my DMs are always open. I enjoyed playing you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too.